I can't hear you. No. I don't know. I'm in a goofy mood, I guess. I've got my curtains in the washer for my back door. And let's see. Hello there. Let me see. Let me get to the video. Hello. Hello, Linda. Hello, Slam RN. Hello, L. L, you're not in your wrench. You're in your wrenchless. Hello, Nunya. You've enjoyed them? Good. Gail B. Hi. Everybody, we're on the right date. Everybody. Lovely laughing Linda. Nice moon. Oh, yes. There is supposed to be a lunar eclipse, Luke told me earlier, and then there's supposed to be like a red moon. I don't know if I see it. Do 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 do. I don't think I see it. Okay. Hello there, Slam RN. You know what, Slam RN? I had to go back and look for these videos, and I found you laughing your head off on panel with Scooter and everybody. I mean, during the marathon 4 years ago. Very interesting. I'll have to do some clips. I have to do some more clips. Do some funny clips. Okay. So, without further ado, we found her niece, and I've taken the video and I've put it into my handy dandy editor because the volume was low, so I got to raise the volume up. So you're going to hear the audio now, and you'll hear okay, of her niece. Let's see.
Oh,
hello.
Oh, she got her audio. No, she needs to come in. There she is.
I want to get off the beach here. Can everybody hear well? Okay.
She's on mute now.
Well, it goes in pauses, so you just hang on. Can you hear? Okay. Hold on, I've got to put it back up. Come on now. Hold on a second. I shut it down. I don't know why I shut it. I got to see how to start it again. Oh, right here.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
How are you? Sorry, I just shut it again. I'm so sorry. I was trying to fix something. How are you? She's a very young girl with glasses.
How are you?
Do you want us to mute Carolyn? All of us that aren't talking, so you can hear her better?
Okay. Can you, let me see, is it real low? Let me see if I can turn this up a little bit. Okay, can you say something now, Lauren, and see if it's... Lauren is her name.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, good now. Yep. How are you doing?
Doing all right, thank you.
So, did you see something? So,
See something regarding what, sorry?
oh, I don't know. I thought you said you saw a video or something. A little slow.
No.
Oh, okay. So what do
Lauren, nobody knows who you are, hon. You'd have to tell everybody who you are.
Unless you don't want to, you don't have to.
No, you don't want to.
Am I trying to think without saying too much.
I think you might relate to having someone in your family that pretended to be someone else. Did you ever have that experience?
No, yeah, with Jaybells. Yeah, I'm a niece.
You're estranged from her? You haven't seen her in a long time?
I don't even know how many years it's been. I want to say 6 or 7, but it could be even more.
Now, I want to say how we have Denise, because I imagine, as anybody would be, when you're hearing this, you're like, oh my gosh, Carolyn, how do you know this is Denise? You're getting scammed again. No. We met with this sister. We met with this sister that day. This is that sister's daughter, okay? Her name is Lauren, and she has a young child, a young little boy. We know about her. We saw her, like, we know who this is. I'm just telling you now. We met with the sister. We know who this is. We weren't sure she was going to come on the panel, which was a shocker, but she did that very night. Was she always like that? Did she always lie about everything?
Well, from what I can remember, when she was like in our lives, because it was always a bit touch and go. She would lie about the littlest things, but because I was a child, I didn't really take any notice of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember seeing, and this was only 5 years ago, I'd say. She'd put an Instagram post on, and it was a picture of her, and she had a bandana on to make it look like she was bald, saying that she had cancer and stuff. And then when I told my mum couldn't find it. When I went back on it had been deleted.
Wow. That's crazy. What happened to Amy's Justice League? What happened to Amy's Justice League? Did somebody...
Guys, Lauren is 100% legit.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
There's a lot of things behind the scenes you don't know. So she was pretending she had cancer, and that was probably the one brain tumor she had, maybe in 2017, right?
Yeah, it was probably about that long ago. Yeah.
Her son, what? Oh no!
What?
Amy's Justice League son died tonight in a car
What?
accident.
Oh
Yeah.
no! What?
Oh my gosh! I am so sorry.
Oh no! What?
Yeah, that's what they said. Somebody was going to send a message, and that her son was killed in a car wreck today.
Oh my God!
Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry. One of the Ramblers. I'm so sorry, Amy. Wow.
Oh no!
27 years old? Oh gosh.
No.
Ugh. Wow. That's what she said in chat a while back. Hold on a second here. Is she on, or is that her sister?
Okay, come on.
She's lost. Oh, wait,
Oh my God!
I'm so sorry, Amy, if you need me. Email me on get that too. Someone more crush. Not so hot, not when you're Is she in the charge of her sister, guys? Amy's on? Hold on a minute. She was on, she...
And he's called AJ.
Okay, so let's get this. I'm just trying to get to.
I'm so sorry, Sherry Duvall. Yes, just awful like that.
Oh. I mean, I told the other boy's mother, I think, please think of getting your son's thumbprint or something to wear, because this is really comforting. I know, Amy, you can get something even if you don't put in some disasters, you can get it on, but all of my kids have it on a penny or a cross. Because I didn't even know anything about that. Someone told me on here.
Yeah, it's something to have something tangible.
Yeah. All right.
Are you going to be okay, Carolyn, to keep going on?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. So, yeah, so Lauren, see, it's like so upsetting when people have real things and then she's pretending she's dying and that her husband died and her son died and all these people died and it's all fake, you know?
Mm.
Like they want
Well,
tragedy.
That's one of the things that riles me up a lot is the whole son story. Because I've got a little boy, he's 1.5, and he's called AJ, and he was born 10 weeks early.
Yeah, I saw that. He was born really, really young. God bless him. He's a nice little boy now. I saw the picture,
Yeah, so for her to make up that story is just a bit like, why? She has no idea what it's like to go through something like that.
Right, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And to lie, like she's lied like to other people that she had 15 children and she's lost all these children or these children, horrible things have happened and she pretends she has cancer and she's dying and I don't get it. And especially because, like she basically told me, well, now she'll never have another child because she's 40 years old and, and she's only 34 years old. So it's like, well, why, if you want that in your life, but she doesn't want it in her life because if she did, she would. It's horrible.
It is. It's absolute. The fact that she's lied isn't shocking. It's the extent she's gone to with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And just changed her name, so you guys just like didn't even know about her name change or anything.
Well, her birth name is Jamie Gwynn.
Right.
Right, yeah.
But,
we talked to your mom for a long time today and your stepdad.
Yeah, they told me. My mum, she said, because I was asleep and she messaged me, she went, are you awake? I've got some major gossip for you. She went, can we FaceTime? I was like, yeah, and she told me. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that was so crazy. And I mean, your mother feels so bad for what she did to all these people and what, it's just, but she's basically done it her whole entire life.
The first video that I watched, the 3.5 hour one, that was more of a why lie, and then the second one I watched, the 5 hour one, I was in tears. I was like, I can't believe she's done it. It's all the little details that make it so emotional, and I'm just baffled that she would do it.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like we don't know what the. I mean, yes.
She makes you want to believe her, doesn't she? Doesn't she make you want to believe her and feel sorry for her when she's sitting there crying and all that? But it's all fake.
Yeah, and it's hard as well because when I was a child and didn't know any better, she was the fun, cool aunt. She took me shopping, she bought me clothes, and she took me to theme parks, and we used to do loads of stuff together, but it was always on and off because she'd have these moments where she'd be in our lives and then she wouldn't for ages, or it'd be every once in a while that we'd see her. There was no constant.
Yeah. Wow. So crazy. So she used to take you out and around, and then I don't know. It's just that then her name change has been like at least, I think it's 4 years or something? 3? No, 2. Yeah, well, 3 years. Mm-hmm. She's had the name change.
Yeah, something like that.
Just like, why would you do that? I don't. I can see people, want to get away, get a fresh start, but like she just invented a whole life that didn't even exist. And just, I don't know, like where she got hooked with, because she's not Jewish at all. In fact, any ties are Mormon, right? Any like religious ties would be a Mormon through her father's side. So where she went and got like a hold of Orthodox Jewish storyline that I don't know. I know she was studying religious studies, and I guess, who knows, But your mother said she was
I'm not even
going
sure
on-
she's Christian.
What?
I'm not even sure she's christened. I don't even know
your
if there's
mother
any
said
religion
nobody
there.
is.
so-
Yeah, she said your mother's like, there's like nothing. There's, wow, it's so strange.
The whole story about her dad, and well, he wasn't a nice man. I mean, he was a bit grumpy, and I never really saw him much. He'd always be in his garage working on his motorbike, and he ended up running away with another woman, but there was no abuse there.
Right.
Definitely no murder.
No murder. Yeah, right. I know. I mean, she told us, like, she only told us she had one twin sister, and then when the confession, she changed and told us, she actually gave us little bits of truth then and said that she had an older sister and an older brother and a younger sister, which happens to be true, so, but,
Yeah,
probably
it's just
secretive, yeah, exactly, Slammer, and a good place to have a fake history. But just like how she pretended she was living, born in Michigan, grew up in New York, to other people she told them she was born in Israel, other ones Palestine. I mean, it was just crazy.
my mum made me laugh earlier saying about her being born in NY, and my mum went, well, it's kind of true. I mean, North Yorkshire, not
Yeah, I
quite
know,
New York.
Yeah. She said that, yeah. Yeah. Your mom,
Yeah.
your mom handled it pretty well. But your mother said that, to me, she said, I always knew she would do this. And that her husband called it when she heard about this. But she really didn't, I don't even think she realized that she would be, do exactly what she did. And she's like ashamed that she's her sister, and she tried to help them, but they've been estranged, and there's other people in the family that spoil her to death, and she's the golden child. And and she told us like just the opposite, like she had nobody, no family, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's scary. And do you know what? My mum said that you've managed to find a comment, and that's how you found her. And it was between her and my uncle.
Yeah.
He actually did a very similar thing a few years ago, but it wasn't to the extent of this. He lied to his girlfriend just about his life, saying that him and my mum were twins when they weren't, lying about my biological dad, and it was all very strange. So it's just like, it runs. And then you get my mum, and she's so sweet, and she just wants to make everybody happy, and she puts everybody else before herself, and then she's related to people like that, and it's crazy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. And we didn't know which. And she's like, oh, if you would have, the brother's just as bad, they're just about, And your mother's gone through this twice, because the other girlfriend of your uncle came to your mother, right, and said, what's the deal with this? Yeah.
Yeah, she was not good friends with my mum at one point. But just, I don't know why people feel the need to lie, and it's the father of my child as well, he's just as bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just so crazy.
We're not all like that in the UK, though, are we, Lauren?
No, we're not.
Just want to put that out there, guys.
Yes, Beth. It is. So, I mean, I don't know, like, you saw her. See, to me, she had no feeling and no emotion, and, like, she didn't even care, like, at the point. I kind of thought she was going to be, like a regular person that maybe did a wrong thing and was going to be heartbroken, especially when she saw my little kids, because she had pretended I thought she was so close to them. But so I kept thinking, if they walk in, she's going to be so heartbroken that she ruined this whole relationship. but they came in and I saw like nothing, like there were no lights, like she had no emotion. She didn't care. And that's why it was all a game to her.
Wow. It's sad because the memories I have of her, when she came over for a cup of tea or to see us or whatever, she has such a bubbly personality.
Mm-hmm.
But then seeing her on these videos, she looks so shy and timid, and it seemed a bit surreal that it was her. So it's just crazy.
Right, because like she always did this thing, like she used to stutter, like stutter, like like and she used to do it really, really bad. And I thought, wow, and okay, she's upset, but like your stepfather said, like she's just doing that because she's just trying to buy time, and your mother said like she said the one true thing, she could really concentrate on her accent at that point because she didn't have to remember all these lies. But she took bits and pieces from all your lives. Like, so it really, I think it was easier to remember because she would say like, oh, I'm like this person and this, like she took certain things from your mother, certain things from all people in your lives and made them part of her life. Like about the kidney and it just crazy. Yeah. Just took bits and pieces. Like even the crafting, I see like your mother's crafting, knitting, felting, and all this stuff, and that's what like she was trying to do. And she even made my daughter teach her how to knit because she said she had forgotten. And she made this little thing, and your mother's like she could never knit before, but she pretended she could draw, and other people in your family can draw, but really I don't think she could.
Yeah.
So she could play the guitar. That is true because she played it, in front of us. But
she loves music. She's always loved music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the dog and just I don't know. It's just so crazy. Like, why did she have to do that? I don't understand. Like, why? But your mother's like she's been lying her entire life.
Yeah. Obviously, my mum's got more of a better understanding of it than I do because obviously it's a sister and she'll remember a lot more of how she was. But it's like silly stuff. I remember she came over and I was in bed and I must have been messing around and she'd come upstairs and I'd asked her for a drink and I was waiting in bed. She said she'd get me one. I was waiting in bed for what felt like hours. So I went downstairs and she was just sat on the sofa. Like, she told me she was going to get me a drink and then didn't. And it's just little stuff like that. So that's why the extent of it shocked me. But she's always been a liar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, yeah, it's awful. I don't know. But I don't know why, because she was like, she put a lot of time into this, let's put it that way. She got different phones. She had people calling, voice changers. I mean, it was insane what she was doing. And if she just put that effort into something else, I don't know why she would want to do that. I don't, because your mother was saying like she didn't have a problem making friends or anything or being liked. And that's what she says in the video. That's the reason, like, she couldn't make friends unless she lied. But no, I mean, when she was here, we had good times together, but I think now, was she really having a good time? She's just pretending to like the things that I liked and pretending, that she enjoyed them. And that's a pretty sad existence, right? If I don't know. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's hard to know what was real and what wasn't.
Right, yeah, and that's what I like, wakes me up at night. Like, I just think, like, gosh, she was such a liar. Like, did she even like the auctions we looked at or like the true crime stuff we watched? But I see like your mother is the one that is into the true crime and the forensics, and that's exactly what she said she was, with 4 master's degrees, But it didn't make sense because she was, to find out she's in a PhD program that she never even did any work in, but it was for religious studies, and and so where did the true crime come? I was wondering, but now I see it came from your mother. And so she took things and made them her life. So weird.
Cupcake, come on up.
It's really
Stop hiding.
Yeah, she's a bit of a thief, wasn't she, really? Stealing bits of other people's lives.
Yeah, it's telling truths, but not her own truths.
And see, I can't believe she had the baby. She said that her husband's name was Alessandro, and she was going to name the baby either Giulio or Alessandro, and then she decided to name him Alessandro Jr. AJ, and then constantly called him AJ.
And that's your little boy, yeah?
Yeah, but I think it's pure coincidence because I think this was a few months before I went into labour.
Yeah.
It's weird though, yeah.
But
It was before
still,
you had your baby.
like she'll have no idea what it's like to have a premature baby and use it. Did she use somebody else's baby?
She used a
pictures?
picture, yeah. We don't know whose baby it is. I showed it to your mother. She said it doesn't look like anybody in the family. I would imagine if you had your baby before, she probably would have taken those pictures. But she used some baby.
Yeah.
And we don't know whose baby it is. You know, it could just be a random baby she got somewhere, or it could be someone's on, Facebook or whatever. But yeah, it's just crazy. Just a crazy thing. I mean, I don't know. I think your mother was like blown away by all the stuff she's dead, and just
yeah. I mean, like I say, it's not the fact that she's lied. It's how she's done it and all the detail and God. Did she not get tired? Was she not tired of having to keep up with it all?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, where was she going to go? Because she was dying. She was telling me she was dying. She was getting vascular dementia. She couldn't. It was just like she was walking with a cane. She had an eye patch on. I mean, it was just like crazy stuff. She's had seizures in front of us. I don't know this. I don't know. That's
It
what
would have been interesting if you called if she had a seizure in front of you when she was with you, and you called the ambulance out for her, and they'd have gone, they'd have scanned her and gone.
Oh, she probably, yeah. I know, right? But one time someone did call a welfare check because they thought she was pretending she committed suicide. So she was kind of like putting that out there. And we couldn't get a hold of her, and she had someone call her that was saying, "Oh, I'm so worried about her. I don't know where she is." And somebody called a welfare check. So then I guess she then said, "Oh, no, I'm okay. I just have, And then she told them something and then just told me that she only visualized it. She wouldn't do it. But, yeah, I know your mother saw when she said she had the baby's keepsake box, but she put it in the shed outside or something, who would do that? Like, just leave she didn't know where it was, and
No one.
Still claiming she had babies and she never did.
It's insulting as well, really, isn't it, to the people that can't have kids or that have lost children. And
yeah, but where she took money, like she came on here and she took gifts. Like, how many gifts were sent for that baby? I mean, cribs and clothes and seeds and bottles and everything, because she said she had nothing, not because she didn't have money, but because she didn't want to jinx it, because she had waited 18 years to have this baby, and she told us she was 39 years old, and that her husband was coming out there, they were going to buy everything, and then he died. So then she goes into labor, and I'm on the phone. She has midwives talking to me through different phones, voice changers. I mean, it was just incredible. And I'm thinking, like, oh my gosh, she's going to come home. She has nothing. So we're like, let's have a virtual baby shower for her. Then she comes on, and she's like, oh, thank you. the baby's doing better, whatever, you know, and then he took a turn for the worse, of course, and then he died. And she's telling me, I can't give up his stuff. I can't give up his stuff. And I'm like, oh, of course not. And then, but there was money collected for her because she said she had the funeral and she had to travel to New York. And I mean, that's fraud, you know, pretending that you have all of this stuff and then, you know, reaping benefits from it, and it's fake.
I mean, when my parents first told me, my mum's a bit of a rambler, so my stepdad told me, and he gave me the short version, and it was like, he told me like roughly how much money over a few years, and I was like, that's a lot of money. Like, I can't believe she's done that. But then when I sat and watched the videos and heard the full story, you sort of forget about the money a little bit, and you're like, she's emotionally drained a lot of people.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, she. I mean, yeah, just every day, you know, I'm going to kill myself. I can't finish the treatments. I'm so alone. I have no one. I fell down the stairs today. I was sitting there in the rain. I was screaming about my life. Where's my family? What did I do to deserve? Like, she would just do this like every other day. And then she used to play, you know, say she didn't remember her husband died and make me tell her. And then she'd break down in tears, you know, and just keep doing that like every other day. It was really incredible. And she didn't care. She just enjoyed it so much. Like, that's the sick thing. She really enjoyed it. She really enjoyed it.
I mean, I think if she hadn't have lied and she was just after money, it would be a bit like, well, you could have, you know, you'd be a bit annoyed at yourself, giving her the money, but at least there wouldn't be the whole emotional attachment.
Yeah, for 2 years. I mean, for 2 years, and you know, if they hadn't caught on, and it could have been 2 more years that she kept going with me, because she did it with the professor. It was going on almost 5 years.
Wow.
So I don't know I really don't know what she was going to do. I guess she'll have like a miraculous recovery or not. If she wanted to come to the United States in the summer and she could travel, she probably would have had a miraculous recovery, or they said she could take a break, and, you know, just like, it's just crazy. But, you know, I mean, you're lucky that, you know, she didn't, I wouldn't put it past her that she could have come and taken your baby.
It worries me. I mean, she won't know where I live and she won't be able to find me, but I'm still like, what? Well, actually, now I don't know her extent of what she can do. If she can,
yeah,
voice changes and... Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put anything past her at this point. I mean, she is really, yeah, I would be scared. You know, I don't know. I mean, it's a scary thing. Don't you think so, Scooter? That it wouldn't, but if you she could take it. Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past her.
I think if your baby had been if her baby, she still had him living, you know, I think there would have been a good chance she might have taken your baby. Yeah, I don't know. It's just... I
have a sister that tells lies all the time, just like you know, your aunt. And I don't know. I just think they could do so much more than what we think they could. Because look at everything they've already done. How many people they've hurt.
It's how clever they are with it. Yes. It's like,
yes,
so clever. Use it for something good or better.
Right.
It baffles me. Yeah. It really does.
And your mom said that, like, her mother, your grandmother, thinks she's like a golden child.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for my mum because she hasn't spoken. She doesn't really have contact with her mum, not for a long time now. So my mum thinks that maybe my grandma pushed my mum out to not make Jamie look as bad. It's just like a thing, but I mean,
but your nan's really proud of her now.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah.
I said, what is she going to say? Because your mom said, like, oh, my mother won't hear any wrong about her. I said, well, she's going to hear a lot wrong about her. And, what's going to be her reaction then? What is going to be the reaction when she finds out what her golden child did?
Yeah, I mean, I think secretly, deep down, she knows. She just chooses to ignore it because then it doesn't affect her. And I think that's all she'll do. I don't think she'll manage it very well.
Is your grandmom still in contact with Liam? Like when he had his whole bout with the lying thing?
I don't know about now, but they weren't. I think they all fell out with Liam when he did that, and then it wasn't long after that my mum then ended up cutting ties with my grandma. But I got in contact with Liam. When was it? 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And he picked me up and we had a few drinks at his house, and then I came back to where I was living. And he seemed to be happy. I mean, I don't know if he's still lying, but he seems to be happy. He's in a relationship and stuff, but he's just not a part of our lives, and I haven't spoken to him since.
Right, yeah. That's wild. It's just the whole situation is so wild because she just told me she had no family. Like any holidays, she always made me feel terrible because she was there without anybody. I have nobody, and she had an entire family. I mean, she had an entire family. No, she has no career or job, Henny. She's never worked.
She has a brilliant career in mugging money
scamming.
off of people.
It's a tricky one because it's my family. It is very small now because my sister's dad, I used to see him as my dad, but we don't talk anymore. So now my stepdad, it was rocky for a while. So now he's just an angel. I see him as my dad, and I do refer to him as my dad quite a lot. And then obviously with my mum's mum, we don't speak to that side of the family. And my stepdad's family is an only child, and then it's just his parents. So it is very small, but we are so close.
Mm-hmm.
And we're there for each other.
Liam's her brother. They're asking in chat. Now, who is Liam? It's her brother.
Yeah. Her brother, my uncle. What was I saying?
Yeah. So I mean, do you live with your mom, or you don't? You live on your own?
I live. It's just me and my little boy.
So, and he turned a year in August, right? Was it August?
Yeah, he's nearly a year and a half now.
Wow.
He's still not walking, but that's just him catching up with being premature.
Right.
Yeah, he looks
They
good.
say
He looks
5 years, don't they, before they actually start catching up with their peers.
Yeah.
I think it's 2 or 3 years. I don't think it's 5.
Saying that, my sister's little boy was premature, and that's what she told us, and she's a prolific liar. She had to move all the way up to Hartlepool, up your end of the country, to get away, so that because she can tell all the lies to the people around there because none of them know her past.
So you have a sister that does that too?
Oh yeah. None of us have anything to do with her. None of us.
We're gonna have to start a club.
A club.
I know, a cult.
No, a club. Some society where we can all relate.
But Sally Ann, do you think she's ever created an entire life that's a lie?
Yes, to the people up in Hartlepool, some of the things that did get fed back to us, like she. I know it's really, really stupid, but one year, apparently my mum and dad were that hard up, they could
Skipping ahead a little bit on some of this. So we can
brought
go
her a
back to
tiny
the-
but that was had to my clothes, so they popped over the next stuff, which then she came back next time, he's like, really? No, mum's all about stuff, and she kept doing it. But yeah, she's that's one of the more since she told him that she has to be title, then she went back when she was so yeah, cut off.
Okay, just done.
I didn't think that word, no, glasses. She said it before, I do know.
Did she do it alone? Yeah. It all alone, yeah. She was just like, she knew everything to do. That's the scary, really scary thing. Just she knew all about, you know, her medical things. And I mean, the way she said when she lost this fake baby, when she said, Carolyn, the nurse is going to call you. I need you to take down everything that happened to the baby so that when I'm ready to handle it, I'll know. And then she got on a voice changer on another phone and gave me all this like in-depth medical information that was like so horrific about like every little detail of what happened to the baby. And she took like, I think she really like sickly took pleasure in like having me write this down in a book that I'm supposed to tell her when she was able to handle it. And all the time it was her on the phone.
When you said about her saying that they said they don't want to do a C-section because there's no one to look after at home, I mean, that just doesn't happen, because if a C-section is the safest and the only way they can get a child out, they'll do it regardless of whether you've got help at home or not.
Right, yeah,
Exactly,
yeah. And she was saying,
yeah.
oh, and you know, I always thought it was funny because like she took little things, like somebody must have told her a long time ago, like they have salad tongs in the delivery room, the forceps, right? So she thought it was funny, like, so she kept going, what am I doing here? And why do they have salad tongs? And she kept saying it over and over. And I just thought, oh, well, she's got a good sense of humor now or whatever. But now I know she took that from somewhere, and that was going to give credibility that she was in the delivery room. And, you know, it was so contrived looking back at it, of everything she described, because she's never gone through labor, delivery, or anything. So, yeah, she only knows that. And, you know, they don't want to give me a cesarean because I have no one to look after me, you know. And I'm grieving and this and that and
Yeah.
yeah.
I think she was maybe trying to eliminate the whole C-section thing so that no one asked her to prove it and show the scar.
Right.
Oh, you
right.
say that. My cousin had a C-section, and I'm going back about 30 years, and she's got the tiniest little scar, and it's below the bikini line. You wouldn't even know that she'd had a C-section. I think
Some people need attention. Right, yeah. She said she has done it before and over, and people have just told her to get out of their house. But again, you know, who knows anything, what's true and what's not with her. It's ridiculous.
My mum said, because she mentioned about you confronting her on a Zoom call, and that my mum, I think Jamie used to work for my sister's dad, and they had to have like an intervention, and when Jamie had showed up, my mum had let my sister's dad know, and he came, he drove, and he blocked her in so that she couldn't drive off. And
right, yeah,
she admits it. I need help, and you know, I need to stop doing it. I don't know why I do it. And then
she does it.
She does it again, and it just seems to get worse each time.
Yeah, I think she's, you know, I mean, no, that's why she's like, oh, I'll get help. We can videotape it, you know, but she doesn't want help. She's enjoying what she's doing, and she doesn't
She's
have any
liking
feelings.
it. She likes it.
And I don't think she has any feelings or any remorse for anything that she's done.
that should be on to the next one.
Yeah, I think she may already be. Really, I don't know.
And they will never admit the truth, even when they're caught red-handed. Right? They'll tell a different story about it, or make you feel sorry for them, or make you think they're telling the truth, and then you realize they're really not.
Did she ever tell you her real name?
Yes, she
No.
did.
Oh, well, no, she
Yeah.
didn't. No, she didn't. She told us her real name was Tamra Dombrowska.
Oh,
And that's
okay,
all
she didn't
fake.
tell us the other one. Okay.
That's all fake.
Oh,
I
yeah,
find
yeah.
it because I think you said that she told your mum and dad's name though, David and Lorraine.
Yeah, but see, she gave little bits of truth, but she said they were the police officers. She used some real names, but she used them in different context. And she said that they were police officers that watch over her because of the witness protection program. Oh my gosh, yeah. And then, but she actually gave me, I think the true siblings' names when I asked them for her finally. And I kept saying those don't sound like Jewish names, like Orthodox Jewish names. But she still maintained she was an Orthodox, it just doesn't make sense to me. And even when I caught her with the Levi's on, I said, you would not be, Orthodox and have Levi's on. They would never put you in Levi's at all. And she said, oh, my father bribed me because of the abuse. And then your mother says, oh, she took that bit from the sister because she used to hide the Levi's under that pillow, because that's what your aunt told me. She said that she used to hide her Levi's and a pair of Converse sneakers under her pillow. And she was only allowed to wear them on certain occasions. And believe me, the Orthodox that would never do that. Never. They would never
Yeah,
put their...
my mum said that my other auntie, she used to hide the Levi's under the pillow so that my grandma couldn't wash them, so she could wear them the next day.
Right, and that's what she took. So she took little pieces of everyone's truths and made them her own, But she said she sung songs. Like she said to me, we had someone here, because we do true crime, someone that her husband killed all 5 of their children. And there was a trial going on, and it was supposedly right after she lost her fake baby and her husband. And she said, Carolyn, oh, you've got to listen to this song. I wrote it for Amber, and she sang this song. And then later we found out it wasn't her song. Somebody else wrote it. Somebody else recorded it. And I don't even know if it was her voice. I know she plays the guitar, but, that someone else said no. She told them again, there was another song of this lady's that she said she wrote for her wedding vows with her husband, Alessandro, who died. And that wasn't true either. It's like all fake, everything.
I don't even think she's been married.
No, I don't think so either, but I think she has someone that gives her a lot of money every month. And other people that give her money because they think she has nobody, that she's dying, she can't work, she can't get a job, and people give her money, and that's how she survives. And she survives pretty well. I mean, she just got new furniture and a new apartment, and she had me buy her this doll that she told me that, oh my gosh, when she got diagnosed, she said, it's all I wanted and it was stolen, and this doll was like hundreds of dollars, and it cost me hundreds of dollars to ship it to her, and it's all just a lie. And then she says, do you still have the box? Because I know she's probably going to sell it. Because I was thinking to myself today, she probably doesn't even like dolls. She probably, this is probably somebody else's dream that had that doll that she saw. And she called it Cecilia. And your mother said she doesn't recognize the name Cecilia from anywhere. But she told me, oh, that's Cecilia from when I was a little kid. But I said, I can imagine her today, just smacking, stupid doll, just ripping its arm off or something.
She could have that doll now and be giving that to someone else as something really special. You know what I'm saying? To continue some other storyline that's going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And my friend and I were thinking about stuff. She told us she loved the color yellow. She loved sunflowers. So we sent her stuff for her new kitchen. And she took pictures and sent them to both of us. But both of us today woke up and thought, maybe she never even liked that. She didn't even care that it's there. She's probably just throwing it in the garbage because she doesn't even care. It's just Oh, it's so crazy.
In this apartment she's living in, well, I know you guys call them flats, but she gave me a tour of that in early December, and it was so pretty. I mean, decorated so nice, spotless, bed made so nice, and everything on the dressers and the whole thing. She was like so proud of it. Showed me her Christmas tree, the fireplace. And for somebody that's not working, that we know not,
For somebody that's Jewish,
You can
why
do
does
a
she
lot
have
when you're not
Christmas
ill.
tree? Yeah.
Right.
But she always acted, like I didn't get up off the couch today. I can't get out of the house. I don't know what to watch. She always sent me a movie, Curly Sue. Have you ever heard about Curly Sue with her?
I forgot about Curly.
Did she ever make you watch Curly Sue?
I think my mum, I don't know if she's made me watch it, but I think my mum's spoken about it before. I'm vaguely aware of what it is.
Yeah, she kept sending me clips of that. Oh, this is my favorite movie. All these things, it's just crazy. But just that, she had this job. She said she was a professor at this university that she was not even really a student at. And that she was
I'm sure there's a graduation photo somewhere.
Yeah, but that was just her undergraduate, I believe. That's all she has, I believe. And
Well,
yeah, she was supposed to be in her master's and a PhD program at the same time, but she never did any work in it the whole time she was in the program. Yet she told us she was not only teaching, she was also a criminal profiler that studied nothing but a Family Annihilators because of what her father did. And she told us she was interviewing Chris Watts. It's so crazy. She told us
it's crazy.
Yeah, that she consulted on all these cases. She's like, I can't tell you a lot, but I'm consulting on the Mike Jones case. And I'm like, oh, really? And she's like, yes. They came to me. I'm doing all this, but please don't say anything to anyone because I can't talk about it. She was always very secretive about everything.
Well, if she makes out that, that she's like, don't ask me, don't say anyone, I can't say anything, then there's nothing to lie about and there's just less to catch her up on.
Right. And then she would be like, oh, I'll tell you about this. I'll tell you about my family. And then there's little things that didn't add up. Like when, she said her father killed everyone and she survived, but she lost the kidney. She never explained, who came, who brought her to the hospital, what happened to the kidney. She left certain things out, and then you would always say, well, it's the brain tumor. It's, she's got a brain tumor. She can't remember. And she would do that. She would pretend like her memory was going, and she'd say, I'm not me anymore. I don't want to live my life if I'm not me anymore. I can't remember things. Like one time, oh my gosh, she said she was having seizures all the time. And then I said, are you okay? And she said, yes, Carolyn, I'll call you back in 2 clocks. I said, 2 clocks? And I said, you mean 2 minutes? Oh my gosh, 2 minutes. What did I say? 2 clocks? And she did this for a week. She kept saying she was forgetting her words, and she would go through the entire thing. Then she'd go back to it and she goes, Carolyn, is it 5 clocks yet? And I'm like, 5 o'clock? You really can't remember that? No. And then she would have to keep a journal, and then she would say, to tell her what happened to her husband, because then she'd go, they gave me an MRI today. Could that hurt the baby? And I'm like, what baby? And she's like, the baby. I'm pregnant. And I'm like, you're not pregnant. Oh my gosh, what month is it? And I'd say it's November, and she'd say, what happened to the baby? And then she'd break down. It was ridiculous.
It's horrible,
When you shared those messages, recently with us in that meeting, that just made me so sick how you had to keep telling her that over and over. It seemed like every few days.
Every few days, yeah, she would pretend she forgot. Every few days.
No one wants
And I was imagining you were probably thinking, oh my God, I have to tell her again.
Yeah, and then she breaks down and, starts crying. Oh my gosh. It's Crazy.
It's horrible, especially at the moment. I mean, I had my son like a year and a half ago, but my emotions, anything can set me off at the minute. Bloody adverts and everything. So I don't just having to tell someone once tragic news like that is horrible, and to then keep putting them through telling them again and again and again. She clearly isn't bothered because she knows it.
It's emotional distress. I mean, it's absolute putting it. I mean, that's the worse than, the money we spent and the gifts, and that is this emotional. I was having a nervous breakdown in November. I thought I was going to have a nervous breakdown. And I said to my husband, I am going to have a nervous breakdown. And I felt bad because my friend is dying and she needs me, but I would get finished with this and she would keep me up all night long telling me, she couldn't hang on anymore. And, it was horrible. Horrible.
She's going to be watching this. She's going to see you. Do you want to tell her something?
Not really. I mean, I haven't spoken to her in years. It doesn't really bother me.
Just that she's an embarrassment to the family.
It is really embarrassing, but our only saving grace is that we don't have the same surname. So,
well, yeah, even if you did, she changed hers legally. So, yeah, she changed her name legally, and I just like I don't know, it's just so weird. Oh, gosh. How someone can disappear.
Because you guys seem like you're all such a nice family.
Yeah.
And she could have this nice family and all these memories to be making with you and your baby, and
that's it. I mean, we are a really close family, and she could have a happy life. I don't know why she has to make up this ridiculous life where all the attention is on her, because if she said, I'm struggling and I just want a bit of attention, I'm sure she would be given it. I mean, she just needs to learn, and she needs to suck it up that it can't always be about her.
Right.
You couldn't afford to keep her, that's the thing. It's easier just to forget that part of the family's alive while she's making money some other way, not having to work.
Ridiculous, honestly.
She steals people's emotions.
It also makes
the emotions.
Because it's almost like she just went off the face of the earth. No one heard from her. I mean, every so often, once or twice a year, that I'll try find her on social media, and she's just nowhere to be found because, clearly she's changed her name now. But
yeah, but she scrubbed herself. I mean, and then you wouldn't believe how many people from that university she has. And I mean, I'm not talking about I'm talking about PhD professionals coming over there to do her laundry. Okay. She didn't do laundry for months. Like, she wouldn't do laundry for 4 months at a time, and they would go over there and do her laundry for her. And they would clean for her, and they would cook for her, and they would pack up her house for her and move her and just do everything. And I said, I don't even have people here that would do that for me. And there's this liar that's got all these people waiting on her hand and foot, and meanwhile she's crying to me that she has nobody.
And paying for her vacations. To go on beautiful trips places. You know?
And, she lied about this. When she was diagnosed, she got on a Zoom call and she said, Carolyn, there was this resort. I have to go to this resort. It's the only good memories I have of me and my sister, her twin sister. And I want to go there. Would you take me there? Will you really do that? She was... So, it was such a feather in her cap, we say here. I don't know if you have that there, but to get me to do something, she would ask over and over, and I used to think, is she simple? But I know what it is now. She just wanted to hear that, oh my gosh, I'm this good of a liar that she's going to take me to a resort that she thinks I really went to when she never even, was ever there. And
people watching her sleep. Don't forget to tell her that.
Oh my gosh, people watched her sleep at night. You're saying, I'm going to go to sleep now, and somebody watches you all night on a Zoom because you're telling them you might stop breathing. So somebody is going to watch you the entire night on a Zoom. A
From
PhD
their house. From
their
their
house, or he's going to watch you all night long on a Zoom to sleep, just while you sleep, so nothing happens.
It's a good job she didn't talk in her sleep, wasn't it? Should have come unstuck then.
I don't know. Like, I mean, it's just so crazy.
It's
Sending her things, you know, paying her rent. But then supposedly, like, the police would say, oh, she needs, you know, she's looking at such and such a thing on eBay. And then people would give money to get it for her. You know, she just got away with everything.
I'm lost for words now. I just don't know why she would do it. I mean, what's she gonna gain from it now? I mean, she will lose everything.
Oh, she will. When you knew her, did she ever pretend to be sick all the time? Like, did she have like a preoccupation with being sick all the time, like pretending she was sick?
I don't think. No, I don't. Not that I know of. I think my
Hypochondriac, we call it.
Like saying, like, oh my gosh, something's wrong with my leg, or I think something's wrong with my heart, or.
I can't really remember. I must have been too young, but that's not to say that it didn't happen. My mum would probably be the better one to answer that.
Yeah, I just. Well, you said the one thing with the hair. You saw her like take her hair off, like she had cancer.
Yeah, she had like this bandana on her head, so you couldn't see any of her hair. So she just looked bald, like she'd had chemotherapy or radiotherapy, which one it is.
How long ago was that?
I want to say about 4 or 5 years ago. It just popped up on Instagram. I think I'd done a random search and found it. And then when I told my mum, and then she'd gone to have a look and couldn't find it, I'd gone back on, she'd deleted it and taken it down.
Huh.
So
she was playing with somebody else at that time, probably, you know.
It's just.
They were wanting to know what resort it was, Carolyn, that you took her to.
Oh, it was the Pines. It was the Pines. Yeah, and then she, you know, she made such a big deal like that. She said, oh, that was the highlight of my trip. That was the highlight of my trip. And walking around, like it was so cold the week she was here. It was frigid, and we're walking around there. I feel like I have frostbite in my hands, and she's going, "Oh, I remember that, and I remember my sister, and it's all fake." But she must have researched this place like crazy, and she knew where everything was, and you should have seen. I have a video up walking around there, and you know she was, "Oh, there it is," but I can never don't get too much of her in the video because she's in the witness protection program and nobody can see her, you know, I mean.
That made me want to see her more when you had her at your house. And all we ever got was that one flash. Somebody mentioned it too, because they noticed it, how one flash of her sitting
on the couch, and she gave like a backward wave, yeah.
To you real quick and turned away. And then at the resort, briefly,
yeah.
Did we even get her face though?
I think I did real brief, yeah. Yeah.
I know we got her walking. You had the camera, I think, showing the back of her walking maybe or something.
Yeah, but I think there is a shot of like her face and stuff. I remember she used it on her Facebook page.
Yeah, because I was looking, I thought, I want to see what this lady looks like.
The witness.
I didn't really know anything that much about her at the time, other than, you know, that story. But.
Right.
I wonder if the whole witness protection thing she's made up and saying, you know, that she doesn't want to be filmed and whatever, or in the public eye, maybe because your platform's quite big, and if she's done this to anybody else, then they could just...
Yeah, they'll see her, right? Yeah, I mean, she's come on like to do crafts, but she's always been in very dark area, and she kind of has herself like when she's come on, like she's kind of hidden, and she sits in the background, and yeah, and mostly looking down on the craft that she's doing. I mean, she came on that one time when she pretended she was pregnant with, you know, like a pillow.
And you made that video private because she asked you to then?
Yeah. Then that's so funny because she came on like public and then she's like, "Oh, I hate to bother you. Could you make that video private because of the witness protection program?" And I don't, you know, I'm so scared. And I'm like, "Okay," you know, I'm like, "All right," but yeah. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm just so scared. My, you know, it was always somebody that could come and kill her, you know." So that's like one of the things when I found out she was lying. I mean, you do know like how scared she was of like everything. You know, I was always petrified of taking a picture, you know, and I would always say, "Oh, I'm only going to send it to our friends, or I'm not going to post it publicly." I always had to say that.
Patricia Fassett says she was on White Tiger's video playing.
She was, but I think, right, but I think she did that because it was such a small channel and they hardly had anybody that watched, and she felt more comfortable going on there. Yeah. That is a weird thing, you know, you would think she would be so scared. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yes.
unless she thought somehow
Yes,
she wouldn't be
Slam, is public.
connected, or I don't know.
So
There was somebody said a story. Was it the professor? About her having. Oh no! What about her having a scar on her arm?
a scar
A
on
long
her
scar. Kidnapped from the hospital.
Oh, yeah. Well, she told, I mean, the professor, she told she had like breast cancer, she had, I think, bone cancer, she needed a heart transplant. I mean, there were so many things she told. The brain tumor, and some people she told more about the brain tumor. Like, you know, one of our friends was saying, hold on, I just have to check something because I'm just heard like a text on my phone. I want to make sure everybody's still here and everybody's still listening. Everybody okay? Hi, Kara, everyone. I'm not having a very good. How are things going, Binky? Are things any better? Any better? Hi, K-Love. How are you? Hello, Sassy Darcy, who came in here, because I can't, when I have this on the one screen, I can't touch this, so, let me see. Saying she really didn't go into too much, and like to me, she told me all of this stuff, but then she'd say, "Oh, don't tell anybody else I'm going in for treatment. I don't want them to know. I don't want them to know I'm having this." So then she could control how sick she made herself to other people. So if some people were in London and she wanted to go out with them, well, she didn't tell them she was that sick. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was just so weird. So weird. Just crazy.
It's the neediness for the attention. It's just pure selfish. I mean, the biggest thing that upset me the most was the fact that she has nearly ripped people away from the families.
Yeah,
It's been that.
Yep, she has. I mean, and then she goes, you know, in there and she goes, "I just think now that everybody, you all have a weight off your shoulders, and you're thinking, oh, thank goodness I don't have to worry about her." You know, but she still acted like she was alone and she had nobody, and she has, you know, she had people, and that's why people were saying, like, why? You know, you could have made friends. You know, why do you have to be like this? That's what I don't understand. That's what I said to her. I said, "You cried to me that you'll never have a baby, you'll never have a husband, you'll never have a life, right? But you could have all that. Why are you wasting your time with this fake life, right? Why are you wasting your time with this?" And she never could answer why she's doing this. That's what I don't understand. I don't get why she's doing this. Well, she's investing this amount of time in a fake life.
Humpty Dumpty wants to know if she's had any further contact with you.
No.
Or anyone else.
No.
I just think if going to this extent makes her happy, then she needs some serious help, and I think that means not being out in the world. I think she needs to be.
She's going to be, yeah, she's got some big charges. I mean, there's police reports, multiple that have been filed over there. I just sent into the FBI today. She's gonna have to answer for something, because people answer for a lot less over there, just like the cancer scam alone. But I mean, she might have, like your mother said, problems with passports she had. How could she ever have a U.S. passport? She wasn't born in the United States. So there's like even something, she did a lot of really bad stuff. But I think truly, I think she really is a sociopath or a psycho. She doesn't have emotions. She doesn't. She has no remorse.
Yeah.
The tears are all fake. Like, she cried and cried and cried. She could barely squeeze out a tear. You know, just.
It's like,
I've always said that my sister was going to end up having a nervous breakdown one day because of all the lies she tells everyone. I've always said that, but she'll be 51 in July, and she seems to be doing just fine. I mean, she did have a heart attack on her 40th birthday, you know, and she would have died if she wouldn't have been at the hospital, if she hadn't have taken herself there. But I've always thought, you know, one of these days, because I've always thought, okay, she's suppressing something, you know, that something inside, and whatever it is, you know, she just can't let it out. And that's why she's telling all these lies. And that's what I used to think, but I don't think that anymore. I just think that's how she is, and that's how she always is going to be.
It's
but
hard.
She never sets out to hurt anybody, that I know of anyway. There could be something like this with her, and I have no idea. You just never know.
When they're so clever about it, and they go through so much trouble to make you believe, and it's just the intelligence behind it. They could be in a job, and with having no emotions, they could be absolutely ruthless and pack people and work their way up, and they could do so well if.
That's what I mean. Yeah, they used it for good. Yeah, but it's just
the emotions.
It's horrible.
It's just crazy.
I don't know. I mean, it's just a nutty thing, and I wonder, like, who she is gonna reach out to, or if she is going to reach out to. You know, I don't know if she's already reached out to her mother or something. If she's scared and she thinks someone's gonna rescue her, but she's done some really, really bad things, and you know, it's gonna catch up with her now. I think this was probably the biggest thing she ever did. And she even said, like, it's not that I'm going to go off and smile at this, but I think she did. Like, yes, I you know, fooled 11 PhD professionals. I fooled all of these people, and I went even and stayed at their house, and they didn't even, you know, suspect that I was a fake. And and she went on another vacation with somebody else. I mean, it's just, and she just thinks probably, it's the greatest thing, and she's the greatest imposter in the world or something, and I don't think she's the least bit sorry. Just sorry she got caught.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
I think my mum is absolutely mortified at when you lost your son, and she didn't even give you time or space to grieve. Before
she told me that, that she's pregnant, and she thinks it's a sign for my son. You know, I'm like, you're pregnant, you know, how? And I'm 100% convinced she was going to tell me my son was the father. but then I think something scared her and she stopped, and she told me it was this work colleague, and then it turns out this work colleague says, you know, I don't even go that way, and I definitely have never been with her, and I'm not the father, and it's a fake baby, but yeah, you know, I mean, it's just another fake baby. I don't know why I guess I do know why she wrote that baby in, but then I think since she didn't tell me, she couldn't tell me that my son was the father, then she had to get rid of that baby. So it was like 2 weeks, and then she lost the baby, and then that was another whole breakdown. And you know, I should have never let myself think I could have a baby. Everybody hates me. The world hates me. You know, so it's just yeah, just so horrible. You have to go back for that happy hippie. We already did the Chris Watts
There's
stuff.
Amy's Justice League.
Hi, Amy. I'm so sorry about your son.
Amy, so sorry.
Yeah. Wow. Let me see. She said she emailed. Yeah, she says, so my 27-year-old son was killed in a car accident, 2 p.m. this afternoon. I'm just at a loss. I just know you know what I'm feeling. Yeah, I unfortunately I do. You probably feel really numb if you feel that numb and it's not real, and then once it comes in, then it's real, and you have to cry, and then it's back to the numbness. I still have the numbness, Amy. I still do, and I think it's just God's way of keeping us, you know, with our head above the water, because it's too much. It's really too much. There's no excuse. Yeah, early trial. I mean, what happened to her really shouldn't turn her into what she is. And there's a lot worse that have happened to people that they haven't done this. And she lied because, see, she said because something happened to her and she wasn't believed, which is why she's a liar. But your mother said no, she was totally believed. You know, nobody said they didn't believe her. So that whole story is so fake.
Right.
She was believed by everyone. You know. I did, yes, I did, Carla. Yeah, I can't believe anybody could do that for so long, but yeah, they do. And, you know, she was given a second chance by the professor, right? And she went right back and did it again. And that's what I mean. She's just, I really don't think she can be rehabilitated. I think she's just, it's the way she is.
Well, we're finding out it's more and more common, right, Sally Ann?
Oh, God, yeah. That's for sure. There's a song about sisters, isn't there? Don't come between me and my sister. I disagree with that at all.
That's what I mean. It's just, I don't know how they do that with a conscience, even like about the cancer. Like, I think you've got to be like the lowest person in the world to pretend you have cancer, you know, and not think that, like, I don't know, there's just something, like, I don't even want to call out sick if I'm not sick or something, you know, it's like, they go around pretending they have cancer, like terminal cancer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. People are gonna lie, and there's people out there like that. It doesn't make it okay. It should have just said, you know, that she just had cancer, and it wasn't, you know, terminal, and it was really brutal, and the treatments and everything. Like, they're eventually going to know, you know, when she doesn't die.
Right, yeah. I know. That's what I mean. That's like, and just so many things weren't adding up because she had this brain cancer and she would get so bad, okay, that my husband would say, oh my gosh, she's in the end stages of brain cancer. And I'd say, yeah, I think she's not telling me what the doctors are saying, and I think she's worse than she is letting on. And then she wanted to come visit me, and suddenly she's better. Like, she stopped the treatments, and now the seizures have stopped, and everything's fine, and she's got all, and it just doesn't work like that. And I just kept saying, you know, so when she went back into it again, I'm like, well, remember last December you got really bad, and then you pulled out of it. But meanwhile, my husband's like, oh my gosh, this is the end stages. And, you know, because she was saying like she couldn't, she used to even pretend she got the virus, the pandemic virus. We can't say the word here, but you know which one, the C virus, right? She would say, she would be coughing. Oh, this is the craziest thing.
I don't think I heard this one.
Oh yeah, she did this at least 3 times that she thought she had it, okay? But no, she'd say, I went to the hospital today and oh gosh, I have a fever now. And then she'd be on the phone and she'd be coughing. And I'd say, you're coughing like crazy. And she'd go, am I? And I'm like, you don't feel yourself coughing? Oh, okay. And she says, I said, what do you have? And she's like, oh, I just have a fever, a headache, a sore throat, but I'm sure it's fine. And I'm like, you need to be tested. Because I'm thinking, like, she has cancer, and now she's got this virus. She's going to be dead, okay? So I'm like, you can't fool around with this, you know. Oh, I know. And then she would go get tested, she said, and, oh, yeah, it's negative. She did that at least 2-3 times, maybe. You know, just crazy. One time that I really remember, she was hacking, and I was sure she had it. I was absolutely sure she had it. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's no way she doesn't have this. And I think I even told someone, I'm like, I'm really worried about her. She's coughing like crazy. And I mean, and we had prayers going out for her because she was always having like a brain surgery or another biopsy. And I could never say what it was, but I just had to say I needed prayers for my friend and going through a very bad surgery. And then she had an aneurysm. That was the last one. When we went on vacation, I went on and she had a brain aneurysm. And she told us they bumped her surgery and that they didn't know what to call like a brain. They're not going to bump your surgery for a brain aneurysm. That is something that's like really, really bad. So she told us all about the coil, the procedure she was going under. And I don't know, she just... crazy. Yeah, she was smoking that. Then she said, oh, she was smoking, but she didn't smoke when she had the baby. And then when she had the pregnancy, then she went on and said, oh, these are herbal cigarettes. You know, it's fine. Yeah, she smoked like a chimney, Beth. And everybody would say, well, she's dying. Let her smoke if she wants to smoke. You know, let her.
I'm going to find that message that she sent me about her procedure. Hold on.
You know, it's funny when you say that. I mean, I gave up smoking for like 6 months, and then I was diagnosed with my brain tumor, and I went, do you know, what the F? I'm going to die anyway, so I started smoking again, and then found out that I wasn't actually going to die, so I gave up again. I've been giving up about 7 years.
Yeah, right, Davida? That's nothing to joke about. Attention.
2007.
Oh, come on, Luke, stop. Luke, come on, stop.
How do I get one? What is it?
You can't because you're not in the. You're not there.
Yo, I'm not 6 feet.
Okay.
Now I have one. No, now I like one.
New York City, and will you go through the whole procedure with me? And I said, you know, sure. And she said, oh, she kept saying, you will, you will, you will. I said, yeah. Okay, look, please.
Mom, we don't have color TVs. This is 1960.
Okay. But yeah, it was just, she just wanted to know, I think, how good she was or how liked she was. And
Oh, shoot.
what happened?
I just stabbed myself with the felting needle.
If you went through break, like you would be, she's like, oh no, I understand how nervous you would be. Like, and she made it sound like she had never been, you know, even had any surgery. And I just kept thinking, like, I don't know, I would think if you had brain surgery and if your friend is nervous about a colonoscopy, you'd say, oh, come on, don't worry, I've been through brain surgery, you're going to be fine, you know, like, you know, but she didn't say that. She was like, oh, no, I understand. It's, oh, I would be nervous too. That's what she said. I would be so nervous to have it. And I'm thinking, like, why would you be nervous to have a colonoscopy when you have brain surgery? You know what I mean? I just, like, that would be like a walk in the park, right? Like, you would, I don't know, like, she just said some strange things sometimes. Or she forgot her baby, her fake baby died, you know, like, she would just mention her husband. And then I'd say, but what about your son? Oh, yeah, right. You know, it's just, you okay, Scooter?
It was just wrong.
She fell over.
Oh,
Yeah.
But, yeah. And, you know, she even used to tell me, like, oh, I can't watch the crimes about the little baby because I just lost my son and I can't watch anything. It's triggering. She used to, like, constantly do that. And so I would constantly think, like, she really couldn't see that. And she had never lost anyone. Which is so crazy.
Mm.
Is that Mommy Rambling's blog right there? Mommy Rambling's blog?
It's pretty extreme. From saying you lost everyone in your life to having everyone
Yeah, and then
alive.
she'd make like these big Thanksgiving dinners and she'd say, oh, I just wanted to make a big Thanksgiving dinner just for herself. And she'd say, how pitiful is that? I'm sitting here all alone. And she had like 3 pies, all of this stuff. And so she was probably having like her friends and family over and she's making it sound like she's all alone. But she had so many friends from the university. So many friends that came and moved her out. She packed her stuff. Yeah, that's what, you know, like all the cell phones were found and it's just
My
crazy.
gosh, she's really woven a cushy life for herself.
Yeah.
Really?
And meanwhile, the whole time she's crying to me that all the movers canceled and I have nobody and I can't drive a car, can't get an Uber, but I'm walking all the way with a side that's paralyzed to, you know, I mean, it was like incredible, the stuff she was telling me.
What's that? Do you in Great Britain have to go under? Oh no! Do you have to go to the hospital?
Yeah, I don't do this. But you can tell me unless you get like was it purple?
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, please.
I sent
I
you that
saw the
link.
gnomes. Yeah. Do you like crafts, Lauren? You do?
I sent you
I
that
saw the
link.
gnomes. Yeah. Do you like crafts, Lauren? You doing any crafts? Your mother's crafty.
You see,
No, she's gone on to it's crafty. Sorry.
I am quite arty. But my mum, she used to be honest, she's done really well to stick at it. She used to have like phases. She'd be cross stitching for a few months, and then she'd be painting, and then it would just be she'd be card making, and it just switched. But she's been crocheting and knitting for quite a while now. My favourite phase she went through was needle felting. That was
Yeah, needle felting.
yeah.
Oh, look at
But-
Lisa D says, I don't like Mackenzie Child.
What?
So she said.
Why do you give certain stores this kind of stuff and it goes out on YouTube? And
That's what I was doing. I didn't like it.
When it's cold, I put it there.
Oh,
It's my little foot heater.
I like that.
Isn't it cute?
I love it. Do you put? We have a lot of fun here. A lot of laughs usually. Mm-hmm.
Might have to call it a night though, because
Yeah, it's late for you. Okay, so that was Lauren. That was Lauren. So I hope that you have a little takeaway from that. And let's see here. We got the women. What do we? Okay, Amber says, so do you pay for items for auction, and how does that work? The women we caught would be different people on different channels talking about horrific tragedies, but had a main name for years and befriended many people privately and asked for money. Okay, wait, let me see. Amber Maiden. Let's see what Amber Maiden is saying. Amber Maiden says, it's awful that people do this. Oh, thanks for the update. Yeah, we're dealing with one now. It is interesting and important to learn about people. Okay, hold on a moment, Amber. Where are you dealing with this person? On YouTube? What in what capacity? Let me see. Amber Maiden. Okay. Let me see. Here to list it. We just found out we had a scammer in our community. It's so violating and heartbreaking. I'm sorry you're going through this. What type of scammer? Hi, little lady. Hi, little lady. Hi, Justina. Hi, Justina. Okay, let's see. Who else didn't I say hello to? Caleb, I got. Okay. Let me go through Amber Maiden here. I do remember the dinner in her oven she showed. Of course I would remember the food. It's awful that they do this, so thanks for the update. Yes, we are dealing with it now. It's interesting and important to learn. Debbie to Scooter. Okay, no, it wasn't 5 years ago. It was 4 years ago, my dear. It was 4 years ago. It was 2021. 4 years ago. I'm sorry that Scooter gave you misinformation. Let me see what you say. Let me see. All right, let me see here. Amber says, the woman we caught would be different people on different channels, talking about horrific tragedies, but had a main name for years. Well, could you tell me, if you don't want to share it publicly, Amber, would you email me? Because the communities you mention are the true crime communities, which we're part of. Would you please mention those names to me and through an email or something? I would appreciate that. Okay, let me see now. You say, what community? Little lady says, what community? Amber said she was mainly on Chasings, but did go in Grays and many other channels. Can you please let me know? I'd appreciate that. And then you're asking about the auctions. All you do for the auctions is send your name, your shipping address, and your PayPal. And then you can pay through PayPal. I had someone pay through Zelle today. No, we are all spreading. Let me see what you're saying. Let me see. No, we are all spreading info publicly. Her main name is Yep. Yep? Really? What are the other names, Amber? Please do share. Please do share. Yep. This is important to get this information out there. Debbie to Scooter. Listen more carefully. It was 4 years ago, not 5. Like last night's video, which was around Christmas time. Shaking my head. No, no. Oh, dear, 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 dear. The Christmas one was still 4 years ago, my dear. Because think about it, Scooter, if it was Christmas time and it was 2020 and it was 2024, it would still be 4 years ago, dear. Dear, dear, dear. She also went by Megan Keller, YouTube Dumpster Fire. I believe I've heard of YouTube Dumpster Fire. Ann Jenkins, Ann Walker, Meg Loves Makeup. I think I've heard of Meg Loves Makeup. Megan Walker. How did you put that together that she was all those people? Hey, Amber, listen. Would you call in right now and tell us about it? Would you call in right now if you emailed me and I gave you the Zoom number? You don't have to come on camera at all. Would you come in right now and tell us? On the phone? How did you find out about this? This is very important. This is important. Yes, 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 yes. Little Idy, do you know any of those people? Me too, K-Love says. Me too. Me too what? You too what? She is correct about Yep. You know Yep? You know too, Scooter? What do you mean she is correct about Yep? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You heard about it? Wow, Scooter gets around. She gets around. I've never seen the name Yep, but I really do think I've seen Megan Loves Makeup or something, and I... Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. We've heard about it, Scooter. You've heard about it. You've kept quiet about it, that's for sure. You've kept quiet. Where did Amber go? Where did Amber go? She has a video she says to share. I don't do call-ins, but I'd be happy to do a phone call with you tomorrow sometime. Okay. All right. You've heard about the Yep scamming? Okay. Scooter heard about it, Amber. All right. Well, I heard the dumpster fire. Yeah, I've heard that too. But there's probably more than one person because YouTube doesn't, lets people just get a name, get a name. All right, let's see. Yeah, I believe I heard the makeup. Megan Loves Makeup. I think Megan Loves Makeup may have even come in here at times. Amber, do you know what cases she was mostly attracted to in true crime? What cases was she mostly interested in, this person? Can you let us know that? Which cases she was attracted to? Was it like Idaho 4? Was it, Summer Wells? What was it? Internet scammers, YouTube scammers, we've got them. We've got the scammers. We've got the scammers. You know we've got them. We've got the scammers. We've got scammers. His boy and boy. Jane, his wife. Okay, let me know about the scammers, okay? Okay. All right, so I'm looking about something else. Hang on. Hang on, please. Hold on. All right. Went down a little bit of a rabbit hole here. All right, let me go to messages. So we were doing messages, right? All right. Okay, So, when I asked Sean about the FBI, it was January 18th. She said, well, actually, it was January 17th. She said, thank you so much for arranging for us to meet Keely and Scott. That was the girl you heard talking tonight, Lauren. That was her mom and stepfather. What lovely people they are. I'll let you know what comes out of my call to the police tomorrow. I said, okay, good luck with the call. Well, she didn't get back to me right away, so I said, how did it go? I said, I am on hold with the FBI. I will be sending an email to everyone who donated to have them fill out a fraud report for whatever country they are from. And Sean said to me, they said that they respond within 28 days, and that if I haven't heard by then, i.e. in 6 days, I should phone again then. They said it may have been taking longer because of the other complaints that have been submitted referencing my own crime number. A bit disappointing, but at least the delay has a bit of an explanation. I said, wow, that is disappointing. She said, I will send you a statement probably by the weekend if I can get it together fully. You can feel free to submit it as a broader context to your own report. Yes, I feel a bit deflated. I said, okay, thanks. And she said, what I want to do is to make sure the British police know there is now this intentional angle so that maybe the two investigations can join up together. I said, yes, the FBI has an international department. Okay. Who is this? I don't know who that is. No idea. Okay. All right, let me see. Let me see. So, when I go to this group where everybody was from the UK first, that was the scammers, and then they all left, okay? That mean we're all there that we had been scammed. Okay, so one person said, let's see, I'm gonna go back. December 27th, 2020, 4 years ago. Okay, here we go. Doodle-do. Somebody said, interesting, still feels a bit odd, but I really appreciate the chat yesterday. I meant to ask, what was the story about that knitted hat? Debbie Two Scooter says, I don't know about that. I never heard that one. Sean says, currently filling in the fraud report, feeling super nervous. Why is she feeling super nervous? Then somebody says, well done for doing it, Sean. I said, we confronted her last night. We are exposing her now on YouTube. She admitted all. Then one of them says, wow, this is huge. Did she apologize? I said, fake apology. If anyone wants to come in, let us know. And then one of them said, did she tell you about everything or just the lies she told you? I said, they want her prosecuted, so we are definitely going that route. And then one of these said, yes, that's the route that would put an end to it all. I truly hope. Then someone said, yes, she will absolutely continue otherwise. And Sean said, I want to come on. Is she on? Now, isn't this interesting? Because remember again, I was told that Sean didn't know we were live. And I said, we're exposing her on YouTube. Does anybody want to come on? Sean knew she was live. Oh my gosh. Someone said, do you have a link? She told us about a set of grandparents based in Italy who were supporting her rent in London, but we don't know where the truth is in that. I said, yeah, I have a link. Someone said, she said last night that she was born in Leeds. Sean said, there are no grandparents here in Italy. I've just submitted the report to Action Fraud. And she said, crime reference number, and gave that. And then someone said, thanks, Sean. Are we all using the same crime reference number? Then Scooter gave a link there. And then Sean said, I want you to have it in case the police contact you. I imagine you will get another report if you make your own. Scooter said, that's the number, guys. Call in now to the show. Okay, they definitely knew they were live. The one says, thanks. I think only Sean wanted to come on. I'm still in my pajamas. There was the genetic engineering and also the synanesthesia. And then, this Jess sent the picture with Jaybells with the holes in her head. Let's see if I can send that to myself. Let me see. No. This is what she sent me with the holes. Okay. Then that Freddie lady said, I just woke up. So did she say she was lying about everything? The brain tumor, Alessandro, and the baby. One of them asked me, can we please add somebody to the group? Sean said, I will share the link in here in a minute. I just got my hands full. One of them said, hello all. Another for the group of the conned here. Let's see. No, I can't see the back chat before it was added. So then the YouTube videos linked there and put in there so they know they're on YouTube, which is way beyond what I suspected. Freddie says they'll start talking about it 30 minutes in. Has anybody found a certain person yet? No. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Then they're finding people, but let's see when they start to get it, like they're leaving, okay? Because they're I made this for her last year about her son and her husband. Oh yeah, I'll show you what I made for Jaybells last year. And here's a little sock monkey thing she made. Hold on, let me see if I can get this now and show this to you. Pictures. Yes. All right, let's send it. Send it along. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. I must just be punchy. I've got an early day tomorrow. Alrighty. Send it to you. Okay. Here, hold on a moment. And I'll show you what I said that I made her. Come on. Hold on, I tried to... How did it not go through to me? Hold on. Hold on, please. One photo. Options, done. Okay. I want it to go in a Gmail to there. Thank you. What the heck is going on? Why isn't it sending it to me? Hold on a minute, guys. If at first you don't succeed, try again. I got it. Okay. So I made this with like 2 little chairs, one for her son and one for her husband. That was a Christmas in heaven. What do? They come down to earth to spend it with you. So save them a seat, just one little chair. You may not see them, but they are there. And then this she made with me on screen, the little penguin, snow baby thing. Okay, now let's see here. See what else. Let me go back into the WhatsApp. Okay, so then I said I always thought she burned the candle in remembrance of them. And then I said right after the vacation she took with Lisa and Nick, she showed me the outside of the United College Hospital Macmillan Cancer Center. She wrote that the first 2 treatments after 2 weeks of forgetting she was sick, and that she came out and cried. Okay, and here's a another photo she shared with me. Let me share this. Do, do, do. George Jetson is born. Okay. His wife. To Carolyn. To Carolyn. Carolyn. Send. All right, let's see. Is Wally alright? Oh no, it's sending me that other one. Hold on. Okay. And see, and they're right there on the, and I was always wondering why did she have 3 stockings? Well, I guess it was for herself, Alessandro, and AJ, right? But tell me, and this Christmas tree, but wait a minute, I thought she was Jewish. I thought she was Jewish. There's a guitar, look, and she was drinking, is it a beer? Poor Elvis. Okay, let's see here now. All right, I said, she said she was over that shite. Okay. Then Lisa showed their 40th birthday cake that they got her, but that was crazy. Then I showed pictures of the resort. Here is a video of her drunk singing. I believed the songs were hers. Oh, there's a video here. Okay. I don't know. I will listen to that later. Sent it to me too. She said she was sobbing and sobbing. Oh, then she, you know, the lady she told me was her dog walker, Genevieve Mercier. But there wasn't. It was Genevieve Mercier was actually a student of Sean's, but it was she didn't use Genevieve, she used B. Mercier. I said, here's the pregnancy that she burdened me with 10 days after my son died. Okay, so 10 days after my son died, here's what she sent to me. Let me see here. Let me see. Forward, 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 forward. No. So I hate this on WhatsApp. You got to save. All right. Hang on. Hang on. All right, let's see what we've got on this one. Let's see what we've got on this one. I'm really scared. Look what she says to me. I'm really scared to tell you something, but I need to tell you something. I love you, and only when you are around. No rush. It won't go anywhere. I'm scared to tell you. 1, because I don't know, and 2, because I don't know if it is a sign. I'm so scared to tell you. I said, do you want me to call you? I remember I was outside or something. She, oh no, you don't have to at all. Only when and if you want and have the time. I really don't know what to make of it. It's real, it can't be real, which is why I'm scared to say, because it's stupid. Love you. Did you call? Hi, how are you today? Yes, I did call, and they said not to go to the hospital, but to go to the practice on Monday. Hey, I'm so sorry. I just can't stop thinking about it. And I was really being selfish telling you. It wasn't fair. I should have just sorted this myself, knowing it won't be anything. I'm really sorry. Hold on. Go back in my thing here. And then the next one, she says, I'm just one drama catastrophe after another, and I don't want you to have to deal with that anymore. I just want to help you, and that's what I'm here for, I promise. I said, no, it's not like that. Stop saying that. She says, I do hope you're having an okay day today. I said, yes, sitting on the deck now. How are you doing? She says, oh, that's lovely. I'm glad to hear that. I'm okay. I have spent the day in bed, despite the weather being quite nice. I said, were you tired or feeling depressed? My son died. Let me just tell you, my son died 10 days before that, and she's in bed all day, feeling tired and depressed. Tired, headache, and down. Okay, unbelievable. But hey, I'm good, no worries here. I say to her, sorry to hear that. She says, hey, it's silly to mention right now. Don't be sorry at all, and I'll stop talking about myself. Sending you hugs today, my friend. I said, stop, enough of that. She said, sorry. I said, no worries. She goes, you enjoy the outdoors, soak it up. Then there was a missed call, and then, she was calling me, and she said, hey, I was calling, not for any problem. Yeah, because she always has problems. I was calling to check if you're okay and to be here for you, but I don't want to disturb or bother you. I said, call you in a few. Then she said, I can't sleep. I'm too nervous, possibly might be excited even. I said, call you in a few. Then she shows me a picture of this guy. She goes, in case you want to have a good laugh, this is Irish Dave. That's supposed to be the father of her baby, right? And then she says, well, good grief. There's lots of things to think about and appointments and questions, but there's an actual baby moving around. I'm shocked. Wow. Crap. I said, really? Congratulations. And she's like, crap. And then I said, wow, that was fast. That was fast. You went early? How far along? She goes, I think I might be getting really excited. I said, you should be. She said, this is what I don't understand. I answered all their questions and they said 13 weeks. I said, oh, wow. And I said, well, it happened on this exact date. And they said, yes. They add 2 weeks. So I'm trying to understand that. I said, so did they see the sex? She goes, yes, I went early because I woke up as you were live. I was itching to find out. They didn't. It wasn't positioned to see. There's lots of talk about to go through and discuss a few appointments this coming week, so I won't get super attached. Impossible. Now I'm bawling those ugly smiling teeth out. I said, LOL, did you get the heart rate? She says, yes. I said, what was it? She says, oh, the heart rate? LOL, 140. I thought you meant hear it. I said, oh, wow. And then, oh, hold on. And then she said, I said, oh, okay. Did they say everything looked good? She said, I'm sorry to share it with you. We don't have to talk about it at all from now on, okay? I said, why? And she said, yes. They said things are all present and correct. She said, well, I don't want to upset you when something goes wrong. I said, stop that. She goes, okay. I said, are they keeping you on the same treatment? And she said, well, they are setting up appointments with my oncologist and my neuro-oncologist. And then she said, I'll have those in the next 2 days. And then they said to keep on with the oral chemotherapy, especially given what we've already seen. I said, okay. And she said, I just hope everything will be allowed to work. Oh, I mean, the fact that I have a tumor that isn't operable yet or ever could really be something I have to think about. I have no family. It might not be a smart thing. It could make things worse. It could have a toll on me. These are things that were mentioned today for me to think about. I said, one thing at a time. For now, be happy. She said, yeah, I can't stop smiling. I said, good. She goes, just the thought of it. I hadn't even noticed the hint of a belly. Apparently, it all shows much sooner second time around. But with quarantine, I didn't notice until I had to wear people pants over sweatpants. Let's see. Then she said, instead, haha, yet, anyway, you take care. Thank you for letting me tell you. Loves ya. I said, night. She says, something strange is going on. Oh, this was what here, I'm going to show you this one, because she would always start writing in this very jumbled up way. Now, Sean said she wrote to her all the time in this jumbled up way, but she only did it to me when something was going on, like a seizure or something. Okay. So let me show you this one. I know she said something, it must be on the phone, that she said it was a sign from Ray. That was so weird. Okay. Bada da, bada bing. What do I have to do? Oh, hold on a minute. You go through the pictures. And send it to myself in a letter for Daddy. That's what Scooter said. Okay. I got a letter for Daddy. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see if that one came through. Let's see. Let us see. Here we go. Okay. Anyway, you take care. Thank you for letting me tell you. Loves you. Night. Then look how she writes here. This is mild. This is a better way. Usually it's like really crazy. Something strange is going on. I can't reach my husband, and I am not sure I know where I am. They have taken him and my baby, and now if something happens to me, then that's why I'm telling you. Okay? So that meant immediately Carolyn had to get on the phone and tell her all this stuff. You're not, blah, da, 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 da. How did your appointment go? I missed a video call. How you doing, my sweet, she said. Hope you're doing good today. And if you're not, that's okay. I'm here if you need me. I said, hi, just insane day, but how are you? And she says, let's see, hold on, because that's all jumbled up too. Let me read the rest of the... Okay, that was the end of what I sent them in there. So, all right, so hold on. So let's go back to their chatty Kathy. Okay, then Sean said, I haven't told anyone. I'm very worried I'll be in serious trouble. Someone said to her, I mean, you're the victim in this. It's not like you've done anything malicious. I said, yes, Sean, we're all victims. And then one of them said, wow, by reading the text she sent you, Carolyn, it sounds like a completely different person to the person who we know. She says we, like they're all one group, And then Sean says, that is so incredibly vicious what she did there. Then one of them said, it's also disturbing. Someone, you remember the second night I met her? You were in the middle of something awful with your father, and she made that night about herself, and I got mad, and she was making you worry about her stuff. Very clear pattern that she does not care at all what other people are going through, and will make it all about herself. And then someone said to Sean, what she has done probably far outweighs the university element. It might be worth contacting the union, Sean. If she's still enrolled, she would need formal disciplinary too. The university would be cruel to leave you to deal with this alone. Would your dean of students support you? Didn't she also have that link with one of the heads about running a summer school thing? So they were pulled into it too. Then Sean said, well, I have told the people she had dealings with that there were hardly any, just 3 colleagues, but I don't want to take it further. I imagine the managers would take a very dim view of how many professional boundaries I crossed, and they wouldn't be wrong. Okay, so then one of them said, I saw him talking with her at the bar, and she said it was the break she needed. You did everything for the right reasons. It's not like you're the only one person to go significantly out of your way to support students and colleagues. Look at that stalking and chaos she caused with the trans student that plagiarized James' work. I don't even know what that's about. One of them says, if it gets to the police stage, though, they may find out anyway, and surely it's better to be up front. If it gets to the police stage, they're already backing out. It's unbelievable. Then let's see. Let's see here. Uh, 5 to 7. heart attacks. Oh, she had 5 to 7 heart attacks. Okay, let me see what this is. Let's see, this is a lot of drama going on. Lots of drama going on. Okay, so I said, somebody asked about that thing. I said, what is happening in the middle of her, like suddenly her husband is gone? I said, she did that all the time. She would say she had a seizure and forgot he was dead or the baby was dead, and I would have to tell her again, and she would cry again, and I would be heartbroken, again, and we would go through this all the time. Meanwhile, my son really died 10 days earlier. I also remember that when I met up with 2 other ramblers, Scooter and Caroline Connor, and we were having a good time with my family at Lake Erie in Pennsylvania, she ironically had a surgery scheduled the next day and had us all worried about her and praying for her and calling her while we were there. Doodly-doo. And someone said she would do this to us all the time. She always did the seizure stuff to us. I remember one night at a pub, she did it multiple times and kept pretending that she couldn't remember who we were. It's sickening that she would do it so close to your son's death, Carolyn. And then Freddie, who then felt sorry for her, says, the more you find out, the more you realize that she is an evil, selfish monster. Yeah, but then she was, back. I said, my son Luke gave her his little monkey, a stuffed monkey with a blanket. It had a magnetic closure. He gave it to her while she was here because he felt so bad for her. She shows me that monkey on the shelf. It's like a trophy to her. I'm so angry that she even took that from him, and she knew she was a fraud. She was so emotional at that resort. She made us search for it for hours. In the middle of nowhere, and it was less than 10 degrees out, and it was so cold. There were wind chill warnings and extreme cold warnings. We should not have been in that, but she was going home soon, and we had to get there, and we drove around, and my husband drove around for literally an hour trying to find this place. And once we got to the destination, she acted so overwhelmed with emotion and recanted memories of her whole family there. I have a video about it on my channel. Someone said she's disgusting. I said, always careful not to get too much of her, because she knew she was in the witness protection program after all. I want to make that confrontational video public. That is the reason we recorded it. The Ramblers need to see this. Someone said, yes, I agree. She needs to be fully exposed. I said, I will only do full transparency. Anything else is not acceptable. People have been hurt. There is no need to protect her anymore. She needs to be fully exposed. There could be many more other people out there that she has done this to. Someone said, yes, I agree. Only that will do. Let's see. Oh. Someone said, yes, and putting it out there could bring more to light. I said, let's see. I need to send that video to the FBI. The video was about us confronting her and what she did to us. Let's see. The police need to see if the FBI needs it. The police need to see it, and the FBI needs to see it. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I'm so interested. Why? I don't know why I was there. Okay. Let me see here. And you know what? Like, they were all starting to get cold feet and all starting to like do the back out, okay? I couldn't believe it. She's very careful. She doesn't want to be, doesn't want anybody to know what happened. Now, why are they all so secretive? They don't want anybody to know what happened. Why? Why don't you want anybody to know what happened? Why would you want more people to be heard? Oh my gosh, this was getting crazy. Let's see. Let's see. I say I want her prosecuted. The people that donated to her are entitled to see that video. They are part of the case. I'm very sorry, but I am not willing to not be fully transparent with them. Some of them donated a lot of money, a lot of hard-earned money. I need to add it all up because somebody asked me how much money. I said, but I'd probably say $2,000 for the shower alone. My young son is sitting here telling me we should have told her where to get help because she is crying and wanted help. He says he said if she does not get help, she will do this to someone else. My heart is breaking. Let's see. Okay, wait a minute. Now I put some more things that Genevieve sent to me. So she said, what was she saying? Either the game was, as I said, to trick him out of a few $100, and bearing in mind they have lots of people that are scamming them, so it adds up. Yes, I know. Or it was a catfish for the sake of catfishing. It is some bored sick bastard. They haven't forward thought about it. I said, no, they definitely thought about it. I mean, they had all those freaking pictures. They had the whole backstory. See, we're talking about something here. I was talking about Genevieve. And she goes, but I saw from the start that email reads like they used, oh, this is what she was telling me about somebody that was writing to my son Michael from YouTube. And she was telling me what a scam it was and that they've used that email. And she goes, well, some people do things for no reason, just to be an arse or evil. But I'm telling you, it was setting up for a scam. That's why they dropped it so quickly. It was a pure catfishing expedition. They made up loads of lies to keep the facade going, usually. She goes, people are too weary of people nowadays who say, I'm broke, I need help. They throw out the opposite, so it's unsuspecting when they ask for money. And even $50 here and there adds up if they have multiple people on the go. Okay, so she was writing that. I put that in there, lots of texts about that. So then we go. Oh, then there's the one also. Here's her dead husband. She sent me a video of him, and the fake grandparents, and the picture she showed me of her sister and her mother. Some of them have never seen any of those photos. Sean said she had actual photos of some of these, I think. Oh, yeah, here's the picture of her with the Levi's. Okay. You can tell that it's her, though, someone said. Now, which is this one? Oh, and she said baby face. She said, I only have about 10 photos. It's been a long time. I forgot what my mom looked like. I said, glad you have them at least. She said, yeah, sorry that's random, but there you go. I said, your grandparents on both sides are deceased? She said, yes. I don't remember them at all. They were much older. I said, I see. She said, I have a photo of them on my mom's side. I think they were still alive when I was little on my mom's side, but I don't recall. Did you get your stuff done? She asked me. Let's see. Oh, here what is she talking about here? She would give all the money back. Oh, she says here, it doesn't matter. I'm being stupid. I'll be fine. Everything's okay. I said, it's not silly if it's upsetting you. She said, it just forces me to confront feelings. I try my hardest to shut it out. I can't describe it other than to say it gives me pains in my chest. I feel like I'm being stabbed. And I go numb all over. I feel sick, very weak. I'm just not a strong person. I need my family back. I can't do this without them. I wish I made it all up. She said, I wish I made it all up. She goes, I wish I made it all up. I'll give all the effing money back. Things wrote, she's writing all together. Things wrote that you, whatever, should have done all that, but I was thankful. I wasn't thinking about anyone but myself and my son, and I didn't know how to say thank you for that because he wasn't here, and I don't know something. I'm able to cope without them. I don't want to. We'll say it's, I just look ridiculous, she said. I said, no, but why are you worried about it? It's just think about why you were worried about it. She goes, I'm not worried at all. I said, do you hold her in the highest esteem? Everyone knows she's a liar and vindictive person. If she was singing your praises, I'd be worried. Then Jay says, it's not that. I can't help it right now. It doesn't matter. I'm being ridiculous, but it's not that or about her. It's what it does to me. I'm not worried. I said, what does it do to you? You didn't do anything. And then she says, it doesn't matter. I'm being stupid. I'll just be fine. Everything's okay. I said, it's not silly if it's upsetting to you. And then she's writing in crazy things. So I said, did you tell them? She goes, yes, I'm okay. It was quick and short. I said, I need the life alert. She said, I know. I need to speak to them tomorrow. I'll call them in advance. Sorry, I forgot before now. I'll write a list down before I go. I'm not in a good place in my head today. I'll be better tomorrow for sure. I said, I can tell that by your typing. Please tell me it's not with Linda, what Linda Welker wrote. Linda Welker, oh, she's going to have her own chapter. She says, I'm sorry, I didn't notice it. I'll leave you in peace now that you don't have to struggle through and read my deciphering. I said, it's not hard to decipher, it's just that it tells me something's up. She says, I'm okay. It's nothing. I said, what is it? It's not about the Welker stuff, is it? She says, no, I'm just hurt to see what Welker's shite written down. I puked. I had heard it or saw something. I'm just not in a good place and keep trying to pick myself up, and I just want to hide away. I'm sorry. I just can't cope. I'm so sorry. I need to be stronger, but I'm pathetic. I said, it is all lies, nothing to hide over. She says, I know, that's why I'm being pathetic. I said, no, it's just sick stuff. She says, I'm sorry. I know you're right. I know. I said, it's fine. She says, it just cuts. I know you know all the things they chat about you. I'm very pathetic. It's none of their business. I'm sorry. It's not your fault, she says. Oh, shoot. She says, what happened? That's all I sent. Okay. It's not your fault. How I react. I love you dearly, and I'm still thankful for everything. You saved my life. I'm just not in a great place, and seeing those things, they hurt. I can't control it. Just hurts. I'm sorry for my reaction. I said, no worries. They are trash. She says, okay. I said, how did your appointment go today? How did your appointment go yesterday afternoon? This is December of 2019. This is a year before it broke. She said, we're okay. I said, how come you're typing like that? Did something happen? What did they say? She said, nothing happened. I don't know. What do you mean? I said, how are you feeling? She said, hi there, crappy. How are you? I'm told I was having a damn stroke today. Oh, that's the stroke. Yeah, I forgot about the strokes. I said, why? What happened? She said, my leg gave way and hit the deck. I couldn't think straight to get any words out. Don't worry, I got checked out to be safe, even though I recovered pretty quick. I said, oh my gosh, did you have to call an ambulance? She said, well, I was trying as it happened, but I did manage to call 999. I thought I was. Anyway, I recovered really quick, so she says, so I went in an Uber. I said, wow, that must have been scary. Did they tell you what happened? She says, let me see. She said, yes. It was, thought I was going to die. They said either momentary paresis or plasia. They are recommending to increase the steroids I'm on. I'm on my way home now. I'm okay. I'm exhausted, and I'm quite desperately want to make my freaking penguins. And I thought about a Christmas field mouse, too. And this is when she's going to come on. Maybe I can look up this video. And I feel quite nervous to be home again. Things will settle soon, and I'll get used to it, I guess. Just pretty scared. I said, well, yeah, that had to be really scary. She said, yeah, never mind. I'll just go to bed as always. No danger there. I wish Allie would come home. Here she goes again, forgetting her husband died. I said, did you lose feeling in your leg or did you just have a seizure? She said, yeah, never mind. I just got to bed. As always, no danger there. I wish Allie would come home. Oh my gosh. Then she said, I don't remember. When I fell over, it felt like I had no leg, but only one of them, and that I was on the floor. I said, oh, and you remember it all? She said, sorry to tell you, like a play-by-play, I don't know what stuff you need to know. I'm not totally sure. I remember one leg ground, and I thought I was speaking on the phone, but I couldn't, and I hadn't even dialed. I said, and you couldn't get up? And she says, I'm not too sure how I got up. I'm sorry. I said, why are you sorry? I'm sorry you're going through this. She says, I just hate putting this on you, not having the answers. I feel so stupid. My brain is broken. I'm scared. I said, it's not something you should feel bad about telling me. It's scary. I understand. She says, I can't even think how to take my coat off right now. I forgot to buy rice. I forgot to buy the stupid rice. I said, oh, wow. Do you have beans? Did you take your coat off? She says, maybe I do have some beans. No, I didn't forget. I was taking it off in the end. Sorted. Then I said, they did not think you should have stayed? She said, no, there was nothing wrong with me. Well, nothing that required treatment. This stuff is just going to happen. I said, lovely. She said, the brain is like a muscle, they said, like anything else. And when you sprain an ankle, it goes limp. This crap is my limp. I'm so freaking frightened, though. I'm scared to not be myself and able to do things. I said, that is very normal. Did you let them know that? She said, I don't quite remember the visit clearly now, but I think I hinted towards it. And that is how I think they reassured me by saying things will happen, and I keep a diary of them, I think. I said, perhaps you should write something about what is going on and post it in a prominent place. That way, if you have to call for help and you can't find the words, you can show them that. She said, and I think, and if things impact my quality of life, and then we want to think of home help, but I'm not requiring that, right? I'm just panicky after that, right? Okay, good idea. And then she said, I'm so sorry for moaning on. I said, no worries. She said, I'm thinking, hold on a minute. I'm moaning. I said, no worries. She said, I'm thinking I should just not bother with treating it. I don't even know why I am or what I'm doing. I said, oh, stop. You have to fight. You still have a lot of living to do. Do they know you live alone? She said, I'm struggling to see it. They do, yes. If I need help at night at home right now, she said. I said, okay, but if you need someone, you need to ask for some help there. She said, yes, sure, but it's not like I'm unable to do these things. These things are just random. What I need is my husband. I need him. I think he's left me or something, or missing. I just don't know how to get him. I said, Jen, you don't remember this summer in Italy? She goes, what do you mean? Is that where he is? I said, you don't remember what you went to Italy for in July? Remember you had to go to New York and then go to Italy? She goes, I'm just trying to remember. I said, remember what happened? Remember? She goes, I don't know. I said, do you remember he was in the hospital? Remember? She goes, I don't know. Then she goes, he's okay, with a question mark? I said, he got very sick in May. You had to take him to the hospital. She goes, he's dead, isn't he? I said, yes. She goes, oh my, I'm sorry. I can't type. I'm very sorry. I said, don't be sorry. It's okay. I understand. Do you want to talk? She goes, I can't believe it. My world just shrunk. It's so small now. I don't fully even know what happened. I said, he was sick when he flew in from New York, and he got sicker, and it was encephalitis. She goes, is this real? Is he really gone? I think I remember. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. My problem it is confusing for you. No problem. I said, it's confusing for you. And she says, I'm a bit lost. I think I remember, but I'm a bit lost. Anyway, I'm so sorry. I'll leave you in peace. I'm sorry. I just have another question for you, if that's okay. I said, yes. She goes, it's hard to write, but I'm not pregnant anymore, am I? I said, no, you're not. You had your baby on Mother's Day. She goes, okay. So where is it? Gone? Question mark. I said, he got sick. She goes, I see. He? Question mark. I said, yes, AJ. She goes, where? I said, you gave birth in London. He had a fever and he kept getting sicker. And they needed to transfer him to the children's hospital, but he kept getting worse. Do you remember? She said, he's gone too? I said, yes, I'm so sorry. And then she called me. And then another time I go, hey, you just called me. I told you to try the house if I don't hear the cell. Are you okay? Yep. I can't believe it's 3 o'clock. Every time I think that we've reached the end, we have not reached the end. Hide pudding. Just knowing the things you were going through at the time just makes me hate her so much more. She took advantage of you knowing you had just lost Ray. Yeah, I know. So then let's see here. Then I'm showing some other stuff. Oh, she showed the baby stuff. And then she said, let's see, okay, then she said, let me see here. She said, here's what she said. I'm shaking with rage and contempt. Horrible people that questioned her about it. So I said, see now, you have to get better. There's no choice because if something happens, they will say I'm lying. She said, LOL. So I said, so that's it. That's what you have to do because you can't leave me to deal with these nuts alone. She goes, very true, very true. I'd never do that to you. I said, you better not. Because she was saying like these people were going into chats and saying, I'm glad Jaybells' baby died. And like all these people, she said, were doing all this crap to her, okay? Then she says, she was another one saying it couldn't be true. And then she goes, I know she is. It's just so hard to be confronted with it. She goes, unannounced, unprovoked. I know you understand. How dare they? It's up to me when I face my life. And I think about those things. Not them, not her. I don't even know who she freaking was. It was another creator that was what. And then, let's see. I said, and then after she responded for like 20 minutes, she deleted everything. She goes, well, I'm glad she's getting... I'm glad she's getting stick for her actions. It's not even about her. None of this ever was. She's insane. Then she says, I'm bawling my eyes out like a loon. And then she said, hey, Carolyn, I just saw your video from last night. I'm completely devastated. I had no idea they said that stuff. No idea. Shattered. Thanks for your support. But wow, today of all days, devastated beyond belief. I wondered why people were being so nice to me when I came into chat earlier. I said, hey, no worries about the lame losers. Are you there? She goes, I just got done. I said, okay, how do you feel? She said, she couldn't even, it's better. Home now. I said, are you home? Did they give you a better anti-nausea drug? She said, yeah. I was there since 8:30 and they changed my meds. What the hell happened tonight? And I said, I've been very weepy myself. She goes, I can't believe it, Carolyn. Shitey people, you deserve so much more, so much more. I wouldn't want you to change, and neither would thousands of others. The megalomaniacs out there are clawing to be noticed and relevant because they messed up and are ruined their first chance to be part of something wonderful. But that's you, just getting to be you, and it's you that makes people want to be part of something so incredible and rewarding. Always be you. There's more good than bad out there, and the good that you've done and the lives you've touched. To quote Dolly Parton, LOL, find out who you are and then do it on purpose. I said, Dolly Parton, LOL. It's true crimes. Something should. I said, then she said, I couldn't stay sappy too long. Ha 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 ha. Has she been in touch, or you mean the incident today? I said, maybe she heard me ask for prayers for a friend. Then Jaybells said, yeah, I heard she put them all together, so when she asked, she put right I had to say. I said, yeah, no harm. She means none. She said, I love you. If you weren't, I'd know you and would still be here. You deserve only kindness, and I appreciate you. I said, oh, thanks. How are you going? She said, I hope today is okay. Not too bad. Very weepy today. I don't know why. Maybe I'm nervous for Monday. I said, oh, well, very understandable. I've been very weepy myself. She said, I can believe that, Carolyn. Shitey people, you deserve so much more, so much more. Let's see. Let's see. Then she said, I said, okay, but the Mayo doctor says it's the best way. She says, sorry, LOL, I thought you were referring to the above. Yes, he said this is what he would be doing at this point. I said, LOL, and I got scared thinking I was driving. She says, bah ha ha ha, post from yesterday. Then she says, I'm not happy with anything as a baseline. The prognosis is not something I'm particularly happy with, but it's all that I've got. And I've got to try to make peace with that and have hope, because I'm a bit beside myself. I'm terrified. I'm even feeling sorry for myself. And I hate that I feel like this, or that I've been forced into this position. I said, well, they have been wrong with others. Oh, and of course, I said, you feel sorry for yourself. Who wouldn't? She said, at least I'm hopeful in the sense that I have very clear-cut answers or proposals. I have a favor, a minor favor, though. Could I put you down as NOK? I said, sure, yes. Next of kin, that is. She says, yeah, sure. Give permission for them to give all the details in case I'm unable to or something? I said, yes. She said, so anything that happens, they'd contact you. I'm sorry to ask, but I trust you'd fight and do what's best and ask the right questions. I said, right, yes. She goes, thank you. Thank you so very much. This means a lot to me, but please, if it's weird or it's too much, you can say. She said, I mean treatment. I don't worry about it another time. You do you. I can't wait. And I said, and did the Mayo Clinic guy say that this was the best plan? I mean, I wouldn't want to know that we could get better treatment somewhere else, more cutting edge or something. I said, I mean, I would want to know that if there's a better place for you to go, that you would go there. I mean, I don't want you to have to be around people that are not positive or are open to possibilities if they might be wrong about something. She says, okay, I don't want to distract you from driving, but yes, but I wasn't driving. But yes, I think it is getting what it is offered to me. I'm doing what I can with what has been presented. I said, I'm not driving. Let's see. She said, Friday I go tomorrow for a full test roundup and a fitted for a 3D printed mask helmet. I decided to accept the offer of help in the UK on the basis that my progress would be frequently visited. And she said, do you reckon doing the right thing? Do you reckon? I think she means I'm doing the right thing. I said, well, I'm not sure what you mean by offer of help. You mean someone coming by the house, helping with errands and stuff, driving, etc. If so, definitely yes. And do you mean help as in radiation? And then, did you ever email the other doctor? She said, I mean treatment. Haha, don't worry about it. Another time. She said, I wonder if it's worth it. I don't have a good life anymore. This will probably mean I don't get to have another baby. And I thought that this was my reason to be here. I thought my work was I'll probably lose my job. I said, that is so unfair. We have to find a way to do something. She says, oh, he upset all you want about your puppy. You deserve joy and happiness, and that will come with it. And you just lost 2 of your babies. It's sad. You need some joy, okay? You don't need me dragging you down. I said, no, I want to do something. I want to find something I won't accept that there is nothing. She says, I'll fight. I'm just exhausted and sad right now. It's hard to see past the end of my nose and I want to know what fighting for. I think this would be possible at the end of it. Well, I'm sort of thinking in the back of my mind, do they say this to everyone? Look, how many survivors there are when they tell me I only have months to live. I said, right, and I've sent you some other stuff that is full of hope. I hope you look at it. And that's what I mean. I don't want any doctors like this. I don't want doctors that tell you things that they told you is not good. You have to go where they give you hope. You have to look at the people that beat this. She said, I kind of want to prove them wrong. I said, damn right. You're going to prove them wrong. Where was I? She said, I'm crying my eyes out. I'm trying hard to be strong. I'm just so drained and worn out. Then she said, I feel so useless. Just a big black cloud always hanging over. That's what she said before about a big black cloud. Let me see here. Big black cloud. One thing after another. And he left me to do this. He just left me. I want him to be here. I know, but he didn't leave you because he wanted to. He didn't want to, I said. She says, anyway, it will be okay. I'll be okay. I'll fight. You don't need to be dragged down. So are you getting a puppy now or back to square one? I said, got to be away. She said, there will be. I think they are just being negative Nancy's. I said, I think we're going to go with a little boy who is 5 months old. She says, okay, that'll be great for you guys. I'm pleased for you. I said, you don't want negative Nancy's. You have to have positive pearls. Positive pearls, I forgot about that. She says, LOL, ha ha ha. Well, yes, don't look at it like I'm going to get to go. She said, doesn't look like I'm going to get to go home. I said, but what about if there's better treatment here? She says, it's the same treatment at the moment anyway. I'm going to do the radiation for 6 weeks and then visit when it's done. I said, okay, I just want to make sure there's nothing better. She says, it's exactly the same drugs and treatment, so I'm comfortable with that. I said, oh, but I don't want you around negative Nancy's. And then she said, I think if it shrinks, I have so many doors that will open to these curative options. I said, that sounds better, much better. And then she sent this picture of herself all made up. And she said, I have a schedule and a plan for treatment, so next time you're available, I'll let you know. So excited for your puppy. Can you send me the name of the guy I'm supposed to email? I unplugged my computer, and she said, list the tab. I said, yeah, where did you go out to eat? She said, to the gastro pub up my street. I said, gastro pub? That does not sound pleasant. You went alone? She says, it was very nice. I said, I don't like the name gastro. She said, no, I went with a friend from work. LOL. I said, it is not a good idea to name a restaurant that. It's like naming one the colonoscopy grill. Not good at all. And then she said, went from ugly crying to laughing now. I said, okay, better than ugly crying for sure. Then she said, it's not been all bad. My life has been good. I know we were, but only I got to see him. I wished we could have shared him, if only for a bit. She's talking about the baby. And I met you, and I feel very blessed to have I've met you, and that's why I really want to see you in person. I said, I know, but he did see him, and he is with him now. She said, yeah, you're right. I said, I know, and I want you to see that too, but I need you to get well too. She said, I will, kind of. Just want to see my doctor, though, too, in person. He was great with me last time. Just see what he says about it. I guess I could ask for a sense of when would treatment definitely need to start, and then we could figure it out, right? I said, okay, but are you able to fly after the surgery you had? She goes, yeah, I looked that up. But would also ask the surgeon too. But she says, but I'm not some broken person is what I mean. I wouldn't let him strip me of everything because then he would have one. But he didn't because I did in the end. I said, no, you're strong. She says, I'm angry because my mom should be here and my sister and Alessandro, but they are not here. I said, I know they should be. She said, I'll reconcile the two, though I'm sure I'm just so freaking pissed I could scream. I said, so much loss for one person. She said, I often think maybe I'm just here to soak up some of the badness so the good people don't have to take so much. I said, no, you deserve goodness. She said, but I've had the best 20 years married to my husband. Sure, we weren't blessed with a baby, but we were very, very happy. She said, it's par for the course. Keep a notebook, but it looks worse than it is. Yes, he did. I said, physically, hold on. Oh, she's talking about the father now. Okay, hold on. But it goes on and on and on and on and on. Yeah, there's. I thought Jaybells would finish up tonight, but I guess not. Okay, I think good night, guys. Yeah, Elle, I'm getting sleepy too. I'm gonna do the. I've got an early day tomorrow. Hi, Victoria. How are you? Hi, Jane Grill. Hi, Lil Lighty. Hi, Al. Hi, Debbie Two Scooter. Hi, it's just me. Okay, I hope this is an easy one because I am teared. I'm teared. There's too much going through this again. It's very, but I mean, it has to be done, but it's a lot. You have to take it in little doses. Little doses. cannot see. Got H-O. Okay. Adam. Oh, Victoria, you got it too. Very good. You got it with me. Hello, White Angel. Alright, let's see here. I'm tired. Oh my gosh. Oh, mammoth? Mammoth. Hold on a minute. No, really? Doesn't look like there's enough letters for that. I guess there is. Didn't look like good, Gail. Love doing puzzles. Takes your minds off stuff. Right, yes. Oh, oath. Okay, that's going to be it. I think oath is it. Oh, thank you. Hold on a minute. Perfect. Okay, we did the daily. We're good. Tomorrow we'll do something more. I love you guys. God bless. Prayers. Be good. Everybody be nice. See you tomorrow, everybody. Bye. Good night.